about. How you doing, AMG? Can you hear me right? Sweet. I'll tell you what, this weather is shit, man. It's absolutely pissing down all afternoon. Hello, Mossy. Hello, Mark. How you doing? I'm a bit muffled. It might be still the rain. It might be up on the mic or something. But yeah, I said I was going to do something. I was going to show you on a live stream what I've done. Just to, I'm not a political person, but it's a bit of a political statement. A bit dark. Walk to Mersey then. Evening all. So I was waiting for Dad to arrive today, and I've spent this afternoon putting it up. I'll show you what it's a bit closer to mine. And I'm going to take the doors and I might chat for a while whilst we get indoors. So let's turn the camera around so you can see what's going on. Let's see if you can you read that? If you can't read it, I can get a bit of a closer look. Do you know what? It might be because it's flashing. Let me turn the flashing off. Right. Oh, let's try that one. You might not be able to see it properly, but it says "fuck Boris," and in the window here, I've got my health certificate. I've got my unvaccinated yellow star in there as well. So, fuck Boris. Fuck Boris. Turn that round. Just for shits and giggles. We know somebody will send the full police round, but it's a political statement. Sorry about that, lost signal. But if you remember last year, a woman got arrested in London for wearing a "fuck Boris" t-shirt at a rally or a protest, and Judge Rinder got involved and said that it was unlawful for them to do her because it was a political statement. That on my window is a political statement. Although I don't do politics, you have to excuse me, I'm trying to get my coat. But I have the fucking 100 metres of lights is what came. I didn't realise I ordered that much. 100 metres of Christmas lights is what turned up. So I've tried to use as much as possible. On the window display. When we come into the office, I've put some around the bottom of the window, Put some around there, got some around the flag, and I've still got a bag full. I've still got about 20 meters worth of lights in that bag, and I've got nowhere to put it. So that's to there we go. Right, let me try and set this up. So I'll chat to you for a little bit. No point in coming on and going off after a few minutes like that. Let me turn the light on. There's a light. Right, I need to. What have I done with that? Where is it? I've thrown it. I better not have thrown it out. Oh no, it's in here. Right. Bear with me 1 second. That's what I'm looking for. My phone holder. I'm just going to put it down for a minute, and then I'm going to stick my phone holder up on the up on here. If you're talking to me, I'm sorry I can't see your messages at the moment, but give us a second. Right. Screw that on there. That there. Like that. Let's pop you up on there. Like that. Plug it in as well. Oh, plug you in like that. There we go. So, I know the sound is going to be terrible, probably, because I'm on the phone and the phone's over there rather than using the microphone. So how's everybody doing? Oh, you're talking to me, Josie? Thank you. Always carry a what? Sorry, always carry a Bible. I don't believe in God, I'm afraid. I know some of you. Here we go. Let's open up the chat on the computer so I can see what's going on. Yeah, I don't believe in God. I believe in God as much as I believe in COVID, to be honest. So there we go. But yeah, I mean, you know, but as I say, it's a political statement. I think I don't think anybody around here is reasonably going to be offended by me saying fuck Boris. Can't imagine them being. So there we go. Lost Souls Paranormal, you on here? Oh yeah. Oh hello. Just finishing puppy class. Oh dear. It's horrible outside. It's absolutely shitty. Thanks, Josie. Yeah, there are some arseholes, you're right, but what we've got to think of is just because somebody complains, okay, but if something like that goes to court, you have to look at it from a court's perspective, and that is, would a normal member of the public be offended? So if somebody complains and they're like a complete fucking wet wipe, then I should be able to argue that they're not what you would call a normal member of the public. I'm sure he does, Kemskis. I'm sure he does. As I say, it's just my opinion. So I don't knock people that do believe in God. It's not my place to knock people that have a belief in something. But I just don't. So, is it raining where you lot are? It's been pissing down here. It's warm in Gloucester. Liston. Hello, Princess Angela. ACAB, I know what ACAB stands for, English Sailor. Don't worry. I'm fucking roasting now. Come in, had the heating on all day. Actually, that's a pretty clear picture. That's not clear as a normal camera. I mean, normal camera's fucking, that mean, like a lot of money. Oh, jeez. Raining there, is it, John? Got arrested a few weeks ago for calling a security guard a dog after he assaulted me. Trying Section 4A racial abuse. But providing all you've used is the word dog, I can't see how they'd managed to make that stick, to be fair. Yeah, I can understand them taking it to court over it because it puts the statistics up and it makes them, it makes them look good that they're doing something against racial abuse, even if it's not racial abuse. But providing all you said is, I don't know, fuck off your dog or get off your dog or something like that, then it can't be construed as being racist, in my opinion. ACAB is fact checked. Oh, don't watch TV. I don't literally. I used to have the TV on when I had the dogs. I had the TV on for the dogs, really. So there was some noise, some background noise, especially if I was in here on the computer. They'd be in the other room. I put that on so they've got some noise. Since the dogs have gone, I've literally. I hardly ever put the telly on. I hardly even switch it on. I listen to the radio most of the time now, and I'll just put it on now and again and watch a film on Prime or Netflix, and that's about it. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, the creator. If your dog can't be trusted in public, put a leash on or back in its cage. Well, then I can't see how that can be construed as being racial. It doesn't make any sense. Your comment makes sense. Put your dog on a leash. Do you know what I mean? That makes sense. It's something that's been said for fucking years. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So how they can conceivably pursue a charge for that, I don't know. I've been all right, thank you, John. Been all right, getting better slowly, but I'm getting better. The cat's fine. He's asleep in the other room at the minute. I was actually gonna. I had a bit of a to do with somebody on Facebook yesterday. I was actually going to call her a dog. A girl was missing. 29-year-old girl had gone missing in West Yorkshire. Literally, all I put on the West Yorkshire police comments is, I hope she's found safe and well. I'm sure if anybody sees her, they won't forget they've seen her because she's a good-looking girl. That's all I put, okay? And then some fucking snowflake jumps on, giving it, what's that supposed? No, she put, and what's that supposed to mean? So I was like, it means what it fucking says. The next thing I know, I've got her in the fucking inbox. I mean, what? I've got her in the inbox giving me shit. So I told her 3 times to leave me alone in 3 separate messages. Leave me alone, go away. And then she called me a cunt. At which point I said to her, look, I said, you do realise that that's construed as thingy communications. What's it called? What's the word? Come on, help me out. What's it called? Malicious. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you. So I said, well, you do realise that this can be construed as malicious communications, and I've asked you to fuck off 3 times, so potentially harassment as well. So then she called me fucking mental and fucked off. But you know, what is it with people? Thank you, Spunkfish. What a name. No, I think I get what she was on about, okay, but it's a fucking stretch to get to that. Do you know what I mean? I literally said, I hope she's found safe and well. I doubt very much anyone would not remember seeing her because she's a good looking girl. All right. So I get, you know, at a stretch where she was coming from. She thought I was being fucking bit sick or pervy or something. But, you know, the actual comment itself was genuinely, you know, sincere comment. But, you know, fucking probably a Karen, yes. Who gets annoying after a while? Me. Here from Jamie's channel. How you doing, Shane? Welcome over. Thank you, appreciate that. Common sense has been lost, yeah, indeed. Even if Crinkle comes on tonight, I'm not doing any phone calls. It's not set up properly. I'm on the phone rather than a computer, so I can't take the calls, and it's yeah, it'll fucking probably give me a hemorrhage or something. I'll start bleeding out the ears. Jesus. Give me 1 second while I go and get an ashtray. I'll leave you to enjoy the lovely lights. Here we go, and we're back with a cup of coffee and an ashtray. So, yeah, do you know, I tried to go live just before I came live on here using StreamYard. No, not StreamYard. Using the OBS. Is that StreamYard? OBS? Oh, fuck it, I can't remember. My head is trying to use the OBS app on the phone. I tried to go live round the corner because there was a police car parked up. And I was going to go up to him and go, excuse me, mate, have you seen the lights round the corner? You know, I wasn't going to say, look, I'm offended by it. I was going to say, excuse me, have you seen the lights round the corner? And he'd have come round and had a look. And then he'd have tried to find out who it was. And then I'd have opened the door to him and gone, hello. But for some reason, it just wouldn't connect. So I had to redo it on here instead, by which point it'd gone. How you doing, Welshie? Nice to see you. Yeah, it's sad but mad. You might find that the sound is a bit weird because I'm on the phone. So you can probably hear some squeaking coming from upstairs. It's the kid's bedroom upstairs. You might be able to hear that. I'm not using the computer, so I haven't got the expensive stuff running. Oh, it was me making the brew. Oh yeah. I've got a machine that throws out 1 cup at a time. So you put your cup under, turn it on. It takes about 25 seconds to throw out hot water for 1 cup. So yeah, so that's what I've done. Yeah, there's the. I mean, I've got my ring light there. I've got some Christmas lights over there. And if you haven't seen it yet, I've got some Christmas lights out the front of the house, which you'll have to look at the beginning of this video. I can't go back out there now. It's fucking horrible outside. But if you go back to the beginning of the video, about 3 minutes in, you'll see my Christmas lights on the front of the house. Let me know what you think in the comments. Not the live chat, but in the comments under the video. Because the live chat, it disappears and it's hard to see what's what. So put them in the comments underneath the video. Bearded Veteran, how you doing? Sasha. To be honest, the mental health is up and down still. I was told, and all the paperwork that I've got from the hospital said that after a stroke, sort of like 90% of people will suffer from post-stroke depression. Although I try and keep myself going, I do feel myself dropping into it now and again. I'm here on my own. I haven't got anybody to kick me up the arse and get me up in the mornings and all that kind of stuff. So I do find myself slipping into it now and again. But to be fair, I'm still here. So I can't be doing that bad at the moment. But thank you for asking anyway. Yeah, and if you haven't seen the lights at the beginning, if you watch the whole beginning part of the lights, you'll see that I've got a poster in between the O, Boris's O, which is this, as I showed yesterday on the live stream. It's the Nazi health certificate. So I've got one of them on the window, and I've also got a yellow star that says I'm vaccinated on it. So we'll see whether or not that's offends anybody or not. So suffered with that before the stroke. Yeah, yeah, I know. My pink Fiat 500. Oh dear. So is anyone up to anything interesting this evening? Anyone going out? Or been out? I know it's a Monday, but it's quiet night out, isn't it? How you doing, Ron? You fucked in Greece, no jab. You're allowed into the supermarket and a pharmacy, that's it. No other shops, can't even go and pay bills, can't buy equipment for work. Mate, this is what they want. Right, well, I've said this before, and forgive me for saying it again if you've heard me say it loads of times. The government want you to be reliant on them. So if they can get you out of work, okay, they moan about all this money that they're spending on benefits, okay. But what I think they want is they want everybody to be reliant on the government for payments, okay. All these little shops and everything like that are going bust. All the big companies are thriving. Amazon, Asda, all these places are thriving. Everywhere else is going to shit. Okay. What the government, I think, wants is for all these companies to go to shit. All right. All these big companies giving backhander to the government. All right. And everybody is under control, and we're all under control then, because if we do anything wrong, we don't get any money for the week. Do you know what I mean? We can't feed our family. And I genuinely believe that is a plan. I think that's genuinely a plan that they want to impose. Molly, you've missed. I just done a truffle shuffle and I tucked my penis between my legs so it looked like a vag, and you missed it. I'm not doing it again. You'll have to go back to look at it. No, oh God, I won't be on here. I won't be on here that long. Not tonight. No, I've got I've plugged my battery in. It is charging, but it's charged. I think it's probably eating battery quicker than it's charging. We'll see how that goes anyway. Yeah, Sashko, too many people. Yeah, you know, and this is a problem. They're worried. I think they're worried. I think they're worried because, I mean, you know, there's always going to be more people than there are elite, shall we say. But at the moment, you know, it's ridiculous amounts to one. And they want to try and bring that down to get people more under control. It's like sheep, it's like herding sheep. If you've got too many, you can't handle them. Do you know what I mean? You might have 20, you might be okay, you might be able to handle them. But if you've got 60 and you're on your own, you can't do fuck all with them. So, you know, it's like 60 sheep to one person. It's like here in the UK, fitting metaphor, these sheep. And I genuinely, 100% hand on heart, believe that the government want everybody reliant on them for everything. Therefore, they have us. They've got us over a barrel. What can you do? You can't do anything. You say the wrong word, you get your money stopped automatically, because this is where we go into digital currency. Press of a button, gone. Go to the bank, go to pay. You know, you go shopping to buy your kids' dinner, and your card's been declined because they've cut it off for 24 hours or for a week or 2 weeks or whatever it might be. And it's horrible. It's a horrible thing to think about. How you doing, Athelstan? How you doing, RJ? Social score next. Yeah, it's all coming. It's all coming. And I'll be honest, I don't think there's anything we can do. My honest opinion is I don't think there's anything we can do, because there's not enough of us willing to do something about it. Hello, MB. How you doing, mate? Brick in the Wall, yeah. Great song. You know, but yeah. Well, the test and trace has gone to shit, hasn't it? You know, £1 billion fucking system or whatever it was, and it's not even used anymore, is it? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, no, there are people standing up, random hermit. There are people. Don't get me wrong, there are, and you know what I mean. And I back every single one that does, but there's not enough. And if we don't grow that number of people quick enough, it's going to be too late. I don't want to be negative about it, but that's the way that I see it. It's just, if it's left too long before people open up their eyes and wake up, it's going to be too late to do anything about it. Without, I don't really want to say it, but without bloodshed. Hiya, the creator. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And I appreciate you jumping on.
like a sledgehammer and sickle, yeah. $37 billion. Is that how much the test and trace cost? Was it that much? Jesus. Yeah, I mean, do you know what I mean? It sounds like I'm knocking the people that are standing up at the moment, and I'm genuinely not, because I'm all for it. I've not had the jab. I won't have the jab. I don't agree with passports or anything like that. Nothing, none of that at all. This is all way out of control. But unless more people back up the people that are already standing up and wanting to be heard, we're going to be in a situation that we're not going to be able to come back from. I don't need to worry about self-defense. I've got my solid mahogany truncheon over there. I like to see someone get up after that's wrapped around their skull. Yeah, with regards to police surgeries, doctors' surgeries. You think about it, the doctors won't see anybody because they want to concentrate on giving people COVID jabs. However, when you go to the doctors normally for a jab, 9 times out of 10, it's the practice nurse that gives you the jab, not the doctor. So why can't the doctor see people while the practice nurse is giving her jabs? Doesn't make sense, does it? Well, it's a weapon. It's a ornament at the moment. It's over there. It stays over there. But if somebody comes round, then I'm going to grab whatever I've got closest to hand that's going to do damage if I need to. Let's hope I don't. How you doing, Gypsy Auditor? Predator awareness. How you? Yeah, Mahatma. I agree. I've seen these protests. I've seen these gatherings in other countries where there's been tens of thousands of people turn up, if not more. And then over here, this is the country that literally took over the world at one point. Okay, we are supposed to be a nation that's feared in respect of when our back's against the wall, we fucking fight back, right? But now we've got this generation of of floppy snowflakes, flaccid snowflakes here in the UK, and you say boo, and they fucking end up in the corner needing a safe space with a fucking shiver on. What was that just floated up here? Was it this side? Oh, that side. Something just floated up here. I saw it. I wonder what the fuck that was. Did anyone else see that? Up here it was. Something that just went floated up. Amazes you how half a dozen coppers can stop a crowd of thousands doing what they want. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think a lot of it is because they're scared of getting locked up. Is the first thing, which I do understand. Don't get me wrong, I understand. But what you got? Listen, anybody that's watching this that is scared to step forward, scared to stand up, and scared to fight for their rights. Remember, they can't lock everybody up, okay? And they can only lock you up. They can only punish you in proportion to your crime. So if you're out at an event and you're at a protest, providing you don't get involved in any criminal activity, like known criminal activity, like smashing things up, setting things on fire, fighting, for example, providing you don't do any of that shit, if you get arrested for being there and it goes to court, chances are a judge is going to turn around and go, okay, was you involved in fighting? Was you involved in looting? Was you involved in arson? No. What are you doing here then? Do you know what I mean? It was a feather. It shouldn't. There's no air in here for things to be blowing around. That's why it caught my attention. I'll have to look back. On it. Yeah, I think you're right, Ian. Now, I posted on Facebook earlier. I know Alex Bellfield posted a video earlier of the South African Medical Association. She's the chairperson, the doctor who discovered the moronic variant, where she's quite openly saying, overreacting, don't need to lock things down. She does say about wearing masks and large gatherings not to go to, but everything else she's saying is fucking, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, we get a single death here in the UK, apparently, of somebody who died with moronic variant, not of, but with. And the thing is, we're all going to catch this bug at some point. I do believe there's a bug out there, a virus, whatever you want to call it. I do believe that. I don't believe it's as dangerous as they're saying. I know some people don't believe it at all, and that's fine. Not knocking that at all. But for me, I do believe there is something out there. And what was I going to say? And it's being completely blown out of proportion. My bloody phone keeps going off. No, I'm sorry, it's gone. I had this trouble last night on a few occasions. Oh yeah, so they've all of a sudden come up with this death to frighten people. That's what it is. Right? So what? We're all going to go. Listen, we're all going to die at some point, all right? And we might die. We might have the flu at that point. We might have fucking diarrhea. Might have food poisoning. Doesn't mean we've died from it just because we've got it. It makes no difference. Having something makes absolutely no fucking difference when it comes to dying with something else or dying from something else. Yeah, people need to understand that. I know most of you understand that, but for anybody else that's watching that isn't sure, I could have a broken arm. Okay, I could have a broken arm, and then I drown in the bath. They're not going to say I died from a broken arm. They're going to say I died because I drowned in the bath, but I had a broken arm. And that's what they should be doing here. They should be saying this person died from X, Y, Z, but they did have COVID at the time. Big difference. How you doing, Stupid Falcon? Thank you. Drowning in vaccine. I mean, do you reckon we're going to get another virus from the planet Cybertron at some point before the new year? Do you reckon we're going to get another variant from Cybertron? Or do you reckon they're going to wait until after the new year? I reckon there's two things. I reckon either as we get closer to New Year, they don't want people getting out and fucking having fun. So either going to ramp up and say more and more people are dying with Omicron, or they'll bring out a new Decepticon before the new year. I think one or the other. I'm sure they will. Molly, this is not a fucking dating site. Will you pack it in flirting with everybody? Yeah, Lisa, this is what they're saying. They're saying that the COVID, okay, that all of the COVIDs cause inflammation, okay, as you just said there, and inflammatory issues. If somebody dies from an inflammatory issue and they've got no underlying comorbidities that would cause that, and they've got no comorbidities that would cause that inflammatory condition, then yeah, it could be down to COVID. So you'd have to look at that more carefully. But that's not what they're doing. They're not saying they've died from COVID. They're saying that they've died with it. And they shouldn't be. They should be saying, if they're going to say that, they should be saying what they've actually died of, as well as, if they need to, that they had COVID at the time. Sasha, I know Holly. She's never just nice unless she wants something. I'm only joking. More women in the police force, please. Well, do you know what I sort of Manly? What I posted on Facebook yesterday. The police obviously it's the profession that's most takes up the biggest percentage of domestic abuse perpetrators. Okay, the biggest percentage of domestic abuse perpetrators is from the police. Is also what I posted, I think today, is that the police are more likely than anybody else to have a one-night stand with a colleague. They are sexual deviants, the fucking lot of them. Bit like Molly. Oh shit! No, I was not joking, Molly. I'm only joking. Sorry. That cupcake was fucking yummy. Yeah, but if COVID is causing the inflammation, then they've died from COVID, haven't they? So it's still with or from are still two completely different things, in my opinion. Boris doesn't need to say anything to scare the public. All he needs to do is come on, look at the cameras and go, get jabbed with his fucking messy mop. Go, get jabbed, get double jabbed, get your booster. Because the first jab and the second jab does nothing against Omicron. So the third booster, which is the same as the first and the second jab, is going to save you. What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking crazy mop top fucking buffoon? How you doing, Tom? Oh, there it goes again. See that? There's literally nothing in front of me. No worries, T. Take it easy, mate. Thanks for jumping on. Fucking seeing things. Well, there's a ghost in here. Start talking and shit. Should I do a? I'll tell you what. Should I do a Ouija board one night? Should do a Ouija board and see if we can speak to some dead coppers that used to be good at their job and ask them what they think of police nowadays. Fucking hell. Sorry, I've got alarm still set on there. I haven't turned it off yet. I've got an alarm. Probably going to go off again in 5 minutes. Bloody short silence. Yeah. An Ouija board will only do you harm if you believe it. I don't. How you doing, Lisa? I'm okay, thank you. Getting better. Ever seen the episode of Darren Brown? Quite possibly. I've actually got tickets, 2 tickets. It was for me and the woman I was seeing before. she can fuck right off now. But I've got 2 tickets to Darren Brown up here in Liverpool next year. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, Lisa, I had well, I had a stroke, and then the paperwork says I had 2 further episodes, so I'm presuming that means 3 strokes. But I'm getting better. It's hard work, tiring more than anything. But yeah, thank you. I'm getting better. William, I will. Thank you, Tom. I will come back at some point and do what I was doing. What I'm trying to do at the moment is work out how to do it. You see that I struggle to go a full day without feeling so wiped out. I need to sleep during the day. Okay. So I'm waking up, I'm doing a few hours, and then I'm wiped out, and I need to go to sleep again. And to be honest, I don't know if you've made any videos for YouTube. It's okay if you just film it like this. You don't need to edit it. But when you have to edit it and process it and then upload it, it's a long drawn out process. And and it's really tiring. So it's going to be a while before I come back in that respect, back to where I was. But I am hoping to try and figure out how to manage to work around the chronic fatigue and stuff like that. They didn't say what caused it, Gillian. No. No, they did. Sorry, so my brain goes. They didn't say what caused it. No, but I'm fit. You know, there's no two ways about it. I'm unfit, and and that's probably somewhat part of it, I would imagine. But I haven't had a jab. I haven't done, you know, none of that stuff. I know that the symptoms that I'm getting, I'm not getting a headache, okay, but I'm getting aches, body aches, limb aches, and I had the stroke. They're obviously, apparently, symptoms of COVID. I know I haven't got COVID, but yeah. Princess Angela, sure you read a threat here a minute ago. What did it say? Can team up with an auditor. To be fair, Mad Mark, when I started the channel, for the video that I got arrested for, it wasn't an audit. Okay. I was at the time, I was trying to put a business together, and I was building website templates. And that's why I needed some footage. Now, after that, depression and all that stuff has got on top, and you know, the channel has got in the way of doing all of that stuff, which is great. I'm not, you know, it's not an issue. I much prefer doing this, to be fair. But I went out once or twice after that to do an audit, and you know, it wasn't for me. You know, don't get me wrong, but I've got no issue with people doing it. You know, as long as they're not breaking the law, then that's absolutely fine. But for me, it's just not for me. You know, I would much rather go and back somebody up who's been mistreated. I'd much rather go to, like I did in Leeds with Marty Bradbury's mate, where half a dozen of us went to Leeds and we went to get answers. You know, all on camera. Went to make a stand, and I would rather do that than stand around outside somewhere trying to, you know, waiting for somebody to approach me. The teddy bears on the sofa. All my videos, I don't take any of my videos down. So that video, I know what video you're talking about, and I don't remember which video it was. I do know, however, that it is still on the channel. I've got absolutely no idea what video it is, but I do remember that. I thought I was going to get called out and ripped to pieces for doing that. It's just a bit of fun, you know. But yeah, I remember that video. I remember making it. The only support I'm getting, Lisa, is from physio. That's it. In fact, I've got a physio appointment tomorrow. But I've not seen anybody regarding my stroke since then. I did have a few phone calls from the Stroke Association. The mental health side of things, I've not heard a single word. Not had a phone call, a letter, nothing. from the community mental health team that's supposed to be dealing with me. Absolutely nothing for 2 years. 2 years I've heard nothing from them. But the physio, the physio got onto the doctor when I went to see them a few months ago, and she gave him a kick up the arse to do some stuff for me. But other than that, I've not seen or heard from anybody. Yeah, it's my balls are on fire. I mean, we're supposed to have a couple of close calls this month as well, aren't we? With regards to fucking meteors or something, meteors, big space rocks. Supposed to be a couple of near misses or something else to get the public fucking worried, take their mind off of the government bullshit. Yes, RH, I'm on blood thinners. Yeah, I should just drink. Alcohol waters your blood down, so I should just drink a bottle of brandy a day and I'll be all right. You've acquired brain injury at 38. Fucking hell. Why alarms? 38, that's fucking young. 90% of memories lost. I mean, I have trouble remembering things. I haven't lost my memory. I just struggle finding them, if that makes sense. Jesus, that's bad, Lisa. Sorry for you. Clopidogrel, yes. Yeah, Clopidogrel. Perindopril, I'm on as well. I can't remember what else. All my mental health stuff I'm on still. So. Project 21. I'll have a look into it if I remember after this. What's going on in the chat? RJ, what's happening? Yeah, I get you, Lisa. It seems that you've been dealing with it for a much, obviously long time, whereas I've only been dealing with it for a short time. But it is fucking annoying and tiring as well. Just trying to remember stuff can actually drains you. Just trying to simple act of remembering something can really drain you. Headway. Let me jot that down and I'll look into that. Work. I still roll a cigarette. I don't know. I've not tried. I found let's just say I've found somewhere to get my cigarettes from. Full price, of course. Pay tax, VAT, all the rest of it. But it's just easier. Thanks, Darren. Listen without listening. Do you know, it's weird you say that, because I have that. I've had it for forever, for as long as I can remember. But I've had that exact thing. The other thing, I also have the complete flip side of it as well. If I'm watching something, or if I'm talking to somebody, if I'm watching something going on in the street, somebody talks to me, I can completely ignore it. Not purposely, completely ignore a fucking story. And then I get a punch. I'm going, oh, yeah, why are you ignoring me? Oh, fuck, I'm not ignoring you. I didn't hear you talking. It can just in and out without registering. I've seen a few pop up on Facebook, a few messages. I've not read them yet. I've been busy doing me light show on the front of the house, so I did see them pop up. I'll check them out a bit later on. Okay. Strange. Slapping glow sticks to my willy and helicoptering. Put the fire out now. Shouldn't be smoking on it. Wouldn't be allowed it on the normal television, would you? Somebody smoking. Oh dear. That's what I haven't done. I haven't put me the Nazi. I shouldn't keep saying that word, should I? I haven't put the poster on in a Dropbox for people to download. I better do that as well, so I'll get right that down. Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Molly. Took a 98% pay cut. Nobody takes a 98% pay cut unless they've got money coming in from elsewhere. New Zealand lost cause. They're struggling, that's for sure. That is a struggle over there. New Zealand is just Cinder Ardern, isn't it? She has really gone full, you know. You want me to take you up the moors, just you and me? You know the last person to say that isn't saying it anymore. President Trump. Is that you? I haven't seen you for ages, man. In your mind, it sounded nothing like I made out. Civic duty, rubbish, absolute rubbish. I'm telling you, when somebody is in a comfort zone earning a certain amount of money, there is no fucking way, no way on earth that they are taking a pay cut of 98%. No fucking way, unless they've got something coming in on the backhander. End of. $100,000 to 21 million. I heard that somewhere. I'm not sure where I heard it, but I did hear that as well. You investigate the paranormal, you don't want to become your own research. Of course it's Kanye, William. Of course it is. I am, Tom. Yeah, I'm still in Liverpool. Yeah. How you doing, James? Well, actually, you posted something, Molly, yesterday. I'm sure it was yesterday. You posted about another simulation. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was all about, but it was something to do with another simulation. And you said about, wait for this to come out in the next few years. And I remember sharing it. The financial cyber attack. That's it. Not calling in tonight. You're sober. To be honest, I've because I'm on the phone, not the computer. I'm not doing the phone in tonight. Thank you, Predator Awareness, much appreciated. But actually, I look dusty on here. It's dusty. It's not. It's clean on. No, I said dusty, not crusty. The cocaine. Yeah, I sneezed. I went to take a line earlier and I sneezed. Well, to be honest, the same as last year, Christmas, it makes no fucking difference to me because I do nothing anyway. Do you know what I mean? I mean, these lights that I've got up here, I've only put them up because I've got 100 meters of lights to do fuck Boris on the windows. So I've got loads left over. So I had to do something with it. So I've done that. And underneath the windowsill there. But yeah, but I don't do decorations. I've got no tree. I don't worry about sending or receiving presents. I'm not Jewish or anything. Do you know what I mean? So I do celebrate it, or have celebrated it. I just fucking don't anymore because I'm on my own, right? So fucking where was I going with that? I can't remember. It's gone. It should be quite amusing if I was pissed. This lack of memory, being pissed as well, would make for quite an interesting live stream, I would think. Oh yeah, Crimbo, because he's cancelled, because he's saying about Crimbo might be cancelled. Yeah, I mean it makes no difference to me. Not that do you know what I mean? Just because it makes no difference to me doesn't mean that I think everybody should go without. Everybody should be able to make their own choice over Christmas. But as I say, for me, it makes no odds, no difference to me. That's it, Alan. Just another day. My birthdays and the rest of it. Although I did say yesterday, we'll have to see how it goes, but I might do a live stream on Christmas Day with some cooking, just for something different. Yeah, do you know what? I mean, Daisy and Alice were great. Even when I was playing with them and got really rough with them, they'd grab me with their teeth. They'd never ever bit me. Never. Absolute fucking lovely dogs. For me, it would have been. I would have felt bad for keeping them and not being able to give them the life that they deserve. Taking them out for walks a couple of times a day and all the rest of it. I couldn't do it because I've got all the weakness. I can't hold the lead, and so for that reason, it wasn't fair on them. I don't know how long I'm going to be like this. It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. Quite like to the place I've got them. But as I say, I don't think I would have been able to. I don't think I'd have been happy with myself knowing that they're not getting what they need. I just heard a funny noise. There's no cat here. Cat's in the other room. I just heard a funny noise come from right next to me. Molly, you have to come up here and do a session up here. Josie, Patreon's still there, mate. It's all still there. I've not touched anything for literally when I came on the other day, apart from 2 videos I think I put up in the last 8 months or so. Apart from yesterday and today, I've literally not touched the channel. But that's all still there as far as I'm aware. Someone is trying to get my attention. Tell you what, whoever's in here, if you're trying to get my attention, get under the desk. Don't bang your head. Evening, Jay. Must be the ex. Joking, I don't know. Depends where you sent it. Not sure. How you doing, badass? Jesus, well, I've been on for over an hour already. My God. I've got about 1 million notifications on the phone. Is a flasher still staying next to me? I don't know. I've not seen any incidents out front for a while yet. Pete, I won't be getting back to them just yet. As I've said a couple of times, I've got to try and figure out how to work around the fatigue that I'm getting and the brain fog. So I have to come up with a plan of action that I can do with the channel for the time being while I'm getting better. Only been 7 minutes. CBD, I've not, to be honest. I don't like the smell and I don't like the taste. The woman I was seeing before, she brought two different ones. It's like 40 quid or something for these fucking little bottles. Tried both of them and I tried them and it didn't do. It didn't. It was fucking horrible. Yeah, Dylan, did you see them? Jeez, just scratching my back, and it's just fucking done my arm in. Just completely fucking numb now. Yeah, it's just the paper. It's just so many sick fucks out there that need reporting on. I know because of the type of person I am. If I start on one, I won't be happy if I've left loads. You know, so I mean, sometimes I don't put them all out. I do come across ones that aren't. You know, I try and put the worst ones up, and the ones that are, you know, that how do I put it? The not so bad situations that police or whatever are involved with. I'll put sort of 7, 8, 9 videos out or whatever, and they're the worst ones that I've come across. Some of them I don't put out, and even then I feel like I've let people down because I've not reported on them. So if I just stuck 1 or 2 out, or for even 3 or 4, I would feel like I'm shortchanging people, and I myself would feel that I'm not doing what the channel promises. Yeah, but yeah, brushing my teeth as well. I've got bad teeth. Okay, well, bad gums from smoking and shit. And I keep asking the dentist for a procedure where they cut a bit of gum on a good bit and they fold it over where the gum's not so good and let it grow back. And she keeps saying to me, or she kept saying to me, you know, you got to keep the teeth clean. You got to get right under. You got to get into the gum line, and all the rest of it. Now, I always thought I did, but every time I went back, I still had some plaque build up. So what I was doing after the last time I went to see her, is I brushed my teeth with a normal paintbrush, fucking toothbrush, and then I used the electric toothbrush on the bit where the gums are knackered. And then I use interdental floss brush thing, and then I use mouthwash. But now I can't do. You're holding your arm up doing that. So after 30 seconds, 60 seconds, your arms feel like lead weights. Yeah, so sellotape a toothbrush to a vibrator. No, I've got an electric toothbrush. As I say, I don't use that for all my teeth because it doesn't feel like it's cleaned them. I know that's probably sounds silly, but for me, it doesn't feel like it's cleaned them all. So I only use the electric toothbrush on the parts for the gums, so to get sort of in the gum line where the gums are fucked. Pressure washer. I'll nip down home base tomorrow and get one. You left your care home job for this one to catch COVID. Yeah. You'll pop up from Devon with one. What a vibrator. How you doing, Dean? The Londoner. I don't do trees. I'm on my own. There's no point in fucking decorating. Do you know what I mean? Gun graft. That's it. That's the one. Not the bad ones out. Fucking will as well. I panic because I've got this one at the front. It's loose, wobbles, and I always worry about that one. If that comes out, I'm fucked. I mean, I've got a gap there. That's not from a missing tooth. I believe that's where I've had my wisdom teeth taken out, and my teeth have spread a little bit. So I've got a gap there, which I never used to have. But the last thing I want is a gap at the front. Oh God, how fucking terrible would that look? I look like a crackhead. But see, if I lose that tooth there, I will have that fucking weirdo knocking on the door, won't I? Got to turn up in just a t-shirt, knocking on the door. All right, lads. Got any crack? Oh dear. Will this work from here? I wonder. No. I don't. Terry, I am in Liverpool, mate. Yeah. The Santa Ted. Have I got a turkey? No, it's just the way I'm sitting. No, I haven't got a turkey. I've got nothing. I've got nothing in for Christmas yet. I've got no food at all for Christmas. I need to sort that out. But I've got to do delivery, and I can't go shopping anymore because I can't carry the bags. So. Can you see the fuck you Boris lights? I can't go back outside with this phone. It nearly done it earlier, nearly cut out because I've got portable Wi-Fi. So every time I go out, I put that on. As I'm leaving the door, I put that on. When I came back in, turned that off for it to connect to the indoors Wi-Fi, and it wouldn't connect, and it nearly kicked me off of YouTube because it just wouldn't connect. So I don't want to risk doing that by going back out there again. But I mean, I'm not going anywhere for a little bit anyway. So if you can just drag the timeline scroll bar right back to the start, and you should be able to you should be able to see the lights back then. How you doing, Mickey? Thank you very much. Amazon deliver same day. I know, but I'm quite fussy with or not fussy. I've OCD, obsessive compulsive about where I get my stuff from, if that makes sense. Getting it from somewhere else makes me anxious in case it's wrong, in case it doesn't taste nice, in case there's a problem. And I know that it's a hassle trying to get things sorted out there. So I try not to do that. I try to, you know, I've got like a specific places I go for specific things. Yeah, actually, bearded veteran. I'll do that. I'll do that when I finish this. I'll go and take a picture. 3 more minutes. Yeah, if I do that, if I do that, Lucifer, if I do stick the camera in the kitchen on Christmas Day, I'll be drunk. I'll be drunk. So it should be quite amusing. What did you think of OK Alex Bellfield? I'm presuming you are. I'm presuming I suppose you're asking me what I think of Alex Bellfield. I'm not entirely sure what to make of him, to be fair. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got a personality that has helped him grow his channel, and you know, he's had a job, you know, in media for a fair old time. But I'm not sure. I can't work him out. Can't work him out. That's the best thing I can say, or it's the most honest thing I can say is I can't work him out. Red Mini Cooper. Is it an old Mini? Tell me it's an old Mini. Not one of these new ones. Tell me it's an old one. What about what he reports? No, okay. Some of the stuff he chucks out is interesting. He's got because of the industry that he's been in, he deals a lot with political stuff. So I don't do political. You know, it's I just don't do it. It's just not me. But he does. You know, a lot of his videos are short. Obviously, all his videos are shorts, and he can talk about politics and stuff like that because he understands it. I don't. A lot of people want to talk about politics, and I don't fucking do politics. You know, so I try and talk about what I do know, and that's either, you know, the mental health stuff that I talk about occasionally, or the stuff that goes on the channel, the police stuff. Police raided him. Yeah, I've heard about the police raids, and that he was taking them to court or something. I know he was doing like a crowd fund for his legal fees and stuff. Do you like him, Bumblebee? So I'm not gonna read that out loud, Super Ted, but that was funny. How you doing, Ace? Thank you. Okay, Lisa, I'll check it when I finish on this live. Thank you, Chi. I haven't bearded veteran. To be fair, all I've been thinking about is trying to is the channel that I run normally. Trying to do that as well would be something extra that is just gonna cause me a headache. To be fair, but I understand what you're saying. I see what you're getting at. Totally understand that. But yeah, I don't really want to get into doing something different as well as this. What happened to the plod I was banging? Who was banging plod? How you doing, Obi? Thanking you. Scargez or Skagez, or I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but if you've got, as I've said before, if you've got videos of incidents, and you want me to stick it on the channel, send it through to me. If it's an incident you've been involved in, or even if it's something you filmed, you've seen an incident, send it through to me on the WhatsApp, or send me an email with a link or something like that, and I'll go through them. I can't promise at the moment that I'll get round to putting it up yet, because again, I'm still recovering and getting myself psyched up to start doing the videos. Because you see, I've got to go through the video multiple times. I've got to check the laws, the legislations, and I've got to write my script. Then I've got to film it. Then I've got to edit it. So it's a big job. But feel free to send stuff through, and if I can, if it's something that really needs to get out, I will use it and I'll stick it out. Evening, Fergus. How you doing? Thank you, Mickey. Yeah, stop sending your shit to other people. Send it to me. Situation where the police gained entry under false pretenses, gave me a search warrant, dog didn't give you a search warrant and left with property of yours without giving a receipt, can you take legal action? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to, any time you have an incident with the police, whatever it is, makes no difference. You do a subject access request and ask them for all information regarding that incident. Body cams, notebooks, entries, emails, internal, external, phone recordings, internal, external, anything that they might have with regards to that incident. That's the very first thing you need to do. In your case, it could be that they've got a search record, they've got a receipt. Probably haven't, but they could have a receipt. If they send it to you, oh my God, now my voice is going. If they don't send you a receipt when you do your subject access request, but the paperwork you get says what they've taken, because they've still got to list it somewhere, then you've got grounds to make a complaint. You'll have to make a complaint first, and you'll have to get that either dealt with or kicked out. Probably kicked out, but always, any situation you have with the police, subject access request within 24 hours of it happening. Okay, to the force that it was subject access request, incident. If you've got an incident number, or even better. If not, you have to put your name on there, you have to put your address on there, etc. Unfortunately, you have to. But you put the time, you put the location of the incident, and you get all of the information that the police have from that incident. Okay. As I say, in your case, with the fact that they've taken stuff of yours and they haven't given you a receipt. If you ask for stuff and they don't have a receipt and you've asked for it, that's proof enough that they don't have one. At which point, as I say, you need to then make a complaint first. Yeah, Drakeford. Call him Darth Drakeford. To be honest, Daddy, I'm not gonna make a brew now. I'm gonna give it about 10 minutes and then I'm gonna come off, and I'll let you get back to your evenings. And they still have your property seized. Yeah, watching now. Do I don't know what you've done yet, but do a subject access request. Because it's been so long, the chances are they're not going to have any body cam footage, because they're only obliged to keep it for 30 days unless it's flagged for use in a complaint or something, or if it's used for evidence. So the chances are they won't have any body cam footage, which is a pain in the arse for you. But they'll have the paperwork and they'll have the records of the incident. So do a subject access request, get that info. Oh, excuse me. I surrendered UK. Take it easy. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Actually, quite not a lot of lag on this, to be fair. not as much lag as running it through the computer. I'm watching it. I'm watching myself on YouTube. But I'm actually watching the comments. I'm not watching myself. But I'm using the phone, and there's hardly any lag at all. What, hour and 46 minutes, and there's about 4 second delay. Whereas when I do it through the computer, sometimes we can get like a 30-second delay. Yeah, no worries. Watching now. Subject access request. If you type into Google your police force, whatever it is, and then subject access request, and it should take you to their data, like the data page, where you can fill in a form or email them. But I'd suggest that's the first thing that you need to do. Even if it's been a while, do it now. Get anything that they've got paperwork-wise. Copies of any orders that were made as well. So if they had an order, like a search warrant, I mean, obviously they don't need a warrant if they turn up and they find a crime occurring, okay? But if they turn up with the specific reason to look through your stuff, they need a warrant, okay? So that being the case, there needs to be a record of that warrant. And if you do a request asking them for all relevant documentation around the incident, and they don't send you it, then as far as you're concerned, as far as anyone else is concerned, they haven't got it. If the police, when the police say, "Do you have anything on you that may harm me or you?" If you don't say anything, let them find out what can they do. Potentially, oh shit, I'm not sure. Thinking, hang on a minute. Have to excuse me. My brain goes a bit fucking cloudy occasionally. They might be able to do. They might be able to do for something like assault. I'm not saying that they can. This is just off the top of my head without looking into it. It's something I've not looked into before. I don't know why. It's a valid question. Some kind of willful endangerment. If you know, for example, if you know that something's, that someone's going to hurt themselves and you allow them to do it, then it could be a willful endangerment of some kind. But I can't think of the exact terminology for it at the moment. So excuse me, but I'm pretty sure they'd be able to do something. Tottenham, I'm in Highbury Magistrates next year for nothing. Yeah, but that's what they all say, mate. Please come to your girlfriend's house. Told you you're trespassing and you're being arrested. So, what did you can only do you for trespassing if your girlfriend says that she didn't want you there, and that you weren't on the tenancy agreement, for example. Otherwise, I don't think they're going to be able to do you trespassing. There has to be somebody tells you to get off, and it has to not be your property. So. The bloke that paid in Tesco's, Pete, is that the one you're talking about, where he went to Tesco's and he had like £100 coin, and the police were called? Is that the one you're talking about? Hiya, Margaret. yeah, it's there's nothing preventing people from taking them. You might find, you might find a store has a policy not to accept them, which I believe, if the policy is not to accept them, they don't necessarily have to take it, and it's not against the law for them to refuse, as far as I can remember. But if they, Tesco's, this guy, I spoke to him on the phone at the time, or just after it happened, and I said to him, I said that the Tesco's. In fact, I got in touch with Tesco's myself. I emailed them. I think I've got a video on the channel over it. So I emailed Tesco's myself, and I said to them, like, what's your policy? And they didn't have one. And because they didn't have a policy, there's nothing to say that they aren't going to accept it. So they have to accept it as payment in that respect. But if they do have a policy, as we know, if you have a policy on private property, you're conducting a transaction with someone and you have a specific policy in place. You buying from them is your agreement to their terms of their policy. It's the same as drinking on the train, on the train platforms. Your condition of carriage is not to drink on the platforms. It doesn't, you might not know that that's a condition of carriage, but it's in their conditions of carriage on their website and available in the train station. So they don't have to tell you that it's a condition. They just have to have it available for people to look for, to know it's a condition. But yeah, it's the same with shops. If they've got a particular condition of purchase, which would be their policy, then you have to abide by it. Yeah, I'd take £100 coin. There's no reason why I wouldn't. If I was selling something, I'd be happy to take £100 coin. Going straight in the bank anyway. So what's the big issue? It's the same with Tesco's. I don't see what their problem was. You take it, goes in the till, goes to the bank, you get your fucking money anyway. Yeah, bearded veteran. That's what I was just saying a minute ago. If it's in their policy to accept a certain type of payment, for example, or not accept a certain type of payment, then legally you're obliged to adhere to that policy as terms of the sale, terms and conditions of the sale. Yeah, so you're right, bearded veteran. As you know that anyway. I don't know why I just told you that, because you already fucking know. Lisa, yes, I do. I think this whole somebody's died from the moronic version, I think is the start of something, because out of 7-8 billion people on this planet, it just so happens that one of them dies here in the UK. Fuck off. And it's the only one in the entire world. Fuck off. It's another step towards what they want. And we have got no way of disproving anything that they say. That's the problem. We've got no real way of disproving anything that the government tell us, anything that they put out. at least not easily. So therefore, most people will just go, "Oh my God, oh my God, the Decepticons are coming for me from the planet Cybertron. What am I going to do?" Yeah, you're right. White collar spotting, absolutely, and I think it's disgusting the way that they've been treated as well. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people disagree with me, but many of the NHS staff are complicit in covering stuff up, as far as I'm concerned. Not all, because there are ones that have come out and said, you know, what they think, and I'm more inclined to believe somebody who has spoken out and lost their job than I am somebody who keeps quiet so they continue to get paid. So I'm more inclined to believe that person who has spoken out and lost their job, because they've got nothing to gain from it. Madness. Yeah, Sashiko, yeah, you're right. Happy Mushroom, who are you talking to? Why people talk about a cashless society? Because if the government managed to implement a cashless society, we are screwed. Quite literally, we are screwed, because they have full control over our lives. There, full control. Okay? You can't do a thing, okay? Because if you do something that they don't agree with, all it takes is a press of a button, and you don't get paid that week, or you can't access your account. All right, and if it gets to that point, we are fucked, quite simply. How you doing, Kevin? Thank you. Watch your poison. Nice to see you. Thanks for jumping on. Doctors aren't government sponsored. You're right, but that's what I'm saying. They've got nothing to gain. Okay, if they were government sponsored, I would say that they've got something to gain, because they're being paid by the government. These doctors and nurses that are speaking out might not be government sponsored. They might not be getting paid, but they're not. You know, they're losing out for speaking. Why would somebody do that? Why would somebody want to lose their job, lose their income, potentially lose their house at the moment because they've lost their job and might not be able to get another one? You know, most people live like we're 2 paychecks away from being homeless. Most people. So why would these people want to do that to themselves and their families? Which is why I'm more inclined to believe them than I am somebody who's paid several £million in a backhander from the government. No, not using Windows 11 yet. I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you about Windows 11. It wouldn't surprise me if it's got bugs. You know, all these things that come out first time round have got bugs. But yeah, it's not something I've tried. I've got Windows 10 here. I don't, you know, I'm quite happy with how the computer runs at the moment. You're going to go live in the forest and start a commune. You're going to be like one of those people, like you're the high priestess and everyone has to sleep with you. Bring back DOS. 16 megabits of RAM. What is a male ladybug called? Transvestite bug. Gender fluid bug, wouldn't it? Would it? Non-binary bug. All right. Right, well, guys, listen. 2 hours now. I was only expected to come on for fucking 20 minutes. This is what happens. I'm gonna have to leave it there because I need to go for a piss anyway. And I've not had any dinner yet, so I need to make some beans on toast or something. If you've joined this live stream late, my apologies. But at the beginning of the video, you'll see why I done this live stream. Was to show the lights, as Matt Walker's just put in the comments there, was to show the new Christmas decorations on the front of the house. So scroll back to the beginning and check them out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Not in the live chat, but actually in the comments underneath once this is processed, and let me know what you think. Oh fucking hell, Henry Crinkle. Sorry, Henry, you're too late to the party. But you're not late because you've been doing some ironing by any chance? Lisa, I will do. I'll check it out. Thank you, Sasha. Much appreciated. All right, folks. I'm going to call that a wrap anyway. Again, thanks for jumping on. And yeah, all you need to do is watch the first 5 minutes, first 5 minutes of the live stream, and you'll see the Christmas decorations, which is why I came on here. I hope you like them. As I say, let me know in the comments once the video once the video is processed on YouTube and the comment section is open. But other than that, I will see you all soon. I might pop on again towards the end of the week, just for a chat if I'm getting bored. Some of you might be bored as well, talking to your partners. You might want to come on and chat. But other than that, I shall catch you all later. Look after each other, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.